Hey, how's it going? First and foremost, I want to thank you for 2,000 subscribers. My goodness, thank you so much for the support. I 2,000 people on YouTube in a matter of now 6 months that I've been really starting this. It's pretty amazing. So thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. And I always read the comments and try to take feedback from them and take the utmost out of it. And I feel the love you're giving me, especially under my video with where I talked about my defeat at the championship. It made me feel a lot better reading the comments. Thank you so much. So here we have Esper Midrange, the deck of the format. It is the deck that I played at the SNC Championship. This is my updated version of the deck. I do still like it. And I think I like it even more now than I liked it for the championship. Why is that? At the championship, it was just a clear... Everybody had Esper on their mind. Everybody was gunning for it. Everybody was prepared for it. Everybody was, trying to beat it. And now, with Dragonstorm taking a lot of attention, Jessica Hinata and various blue-red based decks that crushed it. Is It Mill was very good at the championship. Some attention has gone away from Esper, and it's still very, very strong. And even better, now that Esper sort of knows what it's exactly up against, you can build the list to prepare against that. So what you see me doing here with this newest take on Esper is I'm playing 4 Tenacious Underdog, 4 Luminarch Aspirant. I want to be low to the ground. I want to have a low to the ground curve and beat down, especially against Dragonstorm, where the clock is on their side. The game goes long, Leah, Disciple of the Drowned, etc. will take over. Then we have Raffine and Wedding Announcement, just the straight up best free drops. We add those, to those, we add Kaito, the third best option, also still very, very good. Gives the deck a little bit of a different avenue, card draw, an unblockable creature to take out opposing planeswalkers. Just a very good card. We have the usual suspects, of course, Meathook, Vanishing Verse, Infernal Grasp. And I'm adding this time around, I'm adding Obscura Interceptor for the reason that it is a good main deck option against dragons, against Goldspan Dragons, Titan of Industries, all these blue-red decks that try to resolve some sort of bigger spell going over the top of you. Obscura Interceptor is a nice main deck hedge against those. Yes, you could play something like Disdainful Stroke, but that would be much narrower, and Obscura Interceptor, I think, fits the job nicely, and most people think you just have Wandering Emperor when you pass the turn anyways, so I'm willing to give the card a shot again. I'm playing only one 5-drop Planeswalkers. I'm playing a second Lolth in the sideboard. You could convince me, for example, if the metagame on the ladder looks a little different, or the tournament you're focusing on looks different, to put a Lolth into the main deck and swap out an Obscure Interceptor and put it in the sideboard. We have the one Spell Pierce. It's been good for me. Just every deck in Standard plays spells these days, and even if they don't, you can discard them into Kaito, Raffine, or Interceptor, and it's just a very neat one-off to have and to really get someone and to take away a game, especially on the draw. So you also see me have a second copy in the sideboard. Before I had 3 negates, now I have another Pierce. I think especially on a draw where you want to deploy your threats because you have to catch up on the board. You can't just always keep up negate, especially against a deck like Dragonstorm. And then if you can keep up just 1 blue for that unexpected windfall they have on turn 4, you can maybe really get them and swing a game in your favor, where a negate wouldn't have done that. Ray of Enfeeblement, we all know how good it is. One card that perhaps deserves a mention is the Reckoner Bankbuster. I gotta drink something, dry throat. The Reckoner Bankbuster is the mirror breaker in a sense. It's just very good in mid-range fights. It's very good in the Esper fight because there's no way to remove it. And as long as you can sort of keep the board clean, as long as you're not getting overrun, etc., the Bankbuster can just take away the long game by drawing 3 cards, giving you a 1/1 colorless pilot, and the 4/4 vehicle to be able to pressure your opponent to block against underdogs if they're trying to attack you with those, or yeah, to just have 2 bodies against opposing planeswalkers to pressure them with. So the Bankbuster has been very good. It's the mid-range killer. It is that Mirror Breaker card. And I hope I get paired against Esper so I can show you exactly what my plan is in that matchup, and you can learn how to beat the mirror match. 3 copies of Archon of Emeria. I played Archon of Emeria twice in the main deck and 2 more in the sideboard at the... Yikes. What's going on out there? At the championship. Mainly because I thought it would be very good against Dragonstorm, which it turned out it's not that good against Dragonstorm. It just, especially the lists I played against, they had a lot of removal for it, or they drew their removal, and then it just gets killed at some point and they can go off anyways. But I also suspected that Runes would be more popular. Runes is a very strong deck these days, and I could have I was thinking it could be 15% probably, maybe 20% even, and Dragonstorm in the same ballpark. That's why I played Archon in the main deck, hoping I get a huge game 1 advantage, especially because Runes doesn't really have removal in game 1. They play all their Fabled Showdowns now. They don't really have slots for removal these days, and if you drop an Archon in game 1, it's just so much more brutal than it could be in game 2, because in game 2 they have access to removal to deal with it. That was my thinking. In any case, now it's back in the sideboard. It was just an underwhelming card for me. I have the Kaitos back in the main deck, like another copy. I played the Interceptor. I think those are overall, if you look at the broad metagame, better, because in the end, there's still lots of mid-range decks on the ladder and in the format, and Archon of Emeria is just not good in these mid-range fights, really. It's just a 2/3 flyer. It just gets, I don't know, killed somehow, somewhere. And yeah, another Meathook, another Lolth for mid-range fights against Junt, etc. I 2-0'd Junt, for example, at the championship. Oops, no, I don't want to play draft. Thank you very much. I played twice against Junt in the SNC Championship, Junt mid-range, and I 2-0'd them twice. Yeah, I think Esper is just a superior deck, if you ask me. I was working on Junt as well, but in the end, like stuff like Wedding Announcement and Wandering Emperor, my goodness, these cards are just so incredibly good in these mid-range fights. Fable of the Mirror Breaker is a messed up card, and that is the thing that gets you to think about playing red in your deck, or Junt. I think that's the main draw. Or Grixis, the main draw to them is always going to be Fable. But overall, Raffine, Wedding Announcement, and Wandering Emperor all together, it's just too good. The Esper stuff is too good. This hand is excellent. Loving it. And yeah, I'm playing this Esper deck sort of as a aggressively slanted deck, right? With 8 2-drops. We're playing Raffine, Wedding Announcement. Those are the 3-drops that beat down. Trying to be sort of aggressive, but the nice part is that we can also play the long game very well with Tenacious Underdogs coming back from the graveyard in the late game, and Kaito's drawing cards, etc. And even post-board when we have another Lolth, Bankbusters, counter spells. Esper can be played in so many different ways and can adapt itself so easily that's why I like the deck a lot, and it also fits my playstyle. Just lots of decisions, lots of little decisions, micromanaging, mid-range fights. You guys know me, or maybe I say that a lot, as a control player, and I'm definitely, that's one of my levels of expertise. But I also am pretty good and experienced at these mid-range fights, eking out little advantages, knowing exactly when to deploy your thing, how to trade with theirs, predicting what they could do, and eking out these tiny little advantages in mid-range fights is something I somehow got good at over the years. And really, people are scared by these mirrors. I'm not so scared. I think I'm capable of finding the advantages, and I can outplay my opponents. Rosenwinkel is not here today, apparently. Rosenwinkel is German. It means Rose Angle? Rose's Angle? I was wondering if I should get into Explorer, in case you're hearing this, and in case you love or like to see his Explorer content, leave me a comment or tell me, hey, no, I wouldn't. I'd be curious to hear. What's going on with my opponent? Is he just not here to play? Here to think? Blue-white, huh? It's always the consideration of Javai Disruption, but I don't know what's going on here. I don't know my opponent's deck. I'm just gonna slam. And I want to get the Raffine out before Kaito, because it adds up to more damage. If my opponent would have foretold a card here, like a then I would have had Doomscar on my mind, and I probably wouldn't have played my Raffine. Alright, looks like Hinata. Okay. Curious to see this matchup with my updated list. I was contemplating about playing free Infernal Grasp, free Vanishing Verse in the main deck. Might be reasonable. Definitely looks better now. The Hinata deck. It's pretty good against Esper, I think, yeah. It is good against Esper. But I don't think it's very good against the other blue-red decks, necessarily. But I'm not confident about that. I mean, we tested a little bit of Hinata in our testing, and it wasn't good against Dragonstorm. Yeah, but maybe it was depending on the list. In any case, do I make a ninja here? I want to up the pressure. And it also means I might draw more cards next turn for a Fiend. So the Opus could be fired off, deal 1, 1, 1, 1, tap, tap. Or they could kill the Underdog. This. Yeah, they can do some things. Okay. Okay. Looks like they have Opus, huh? Well, well, well. Not good for me, but yeah, we'll see what we can do. His opponent plays incredibly slow. This is turn 4 of the game, and they already spent 5 minutes off the clock. Okay, maybe they're just doing other things in the background. Not available to play right now. Rosenwinkel is doing something else. I let him have this. Like, I could play an Emperor, but they have like March of Otherworldly Light. They have various things to mess, just protect the Hinata. If I get my Emperor there, put a counter, and then they can just kill the Emperor with an attack. I wouldn't like that. Here I could play Meathook for 1. And then again, they would just protect the Hinata. Kind of tempted to just keep up the Emperor. Call it a day. Huh. Okay, that's a very disruption. Big score. Okay. Yeah, it's a little annoying. If I would have known they have this in their hand, I perhaps would have gone with Meathook. I really didn't think they have a big score. I think... Wow. Interesting. That's not very good for me, is it?
Oh, there will be a next time.
Okay. I'll just try to swarm the opponent. Play Luminarch, pump up my team. Smash. Dead 14. Hinata. Okay. Yeah, I could put another Infernal Grasp in my main deck. No problem. I'm not married to Vanishing Verse by any means. It's a very good card, but I'm not married to it. But it's like this opponent is killing me with the slow play. I'm also sorry for you guys. I don't have an editor yet, and I don't have the time right now to edit videos. But I guess you can just scroll ahead, right?
Let me show you.
Press the on your phone. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Are they playing Velomachos?
Guards,
Probably
to
not.
me.
Velomachos Hinata. Can you combine the two? That'd be sweet, huh? Combine Velomachos with Hinata. Then you play Invoke Justice. The problem is, like, how are you fitting Magma Opus into Invoke Justice deck? Jeez. That mana base would look horrendous. You'd be like a mono white deck, I guess. You'd be like a red white deck splashing blue for Hinata and Opus. Alright. Oh god, I'm just like... Have mercy on me, opponent. Have mercy on me. You're killing my patience. 9 minutes. 9 minutes in the game.
We've got the edge in this fight.
Basically, on my path to finding the best deck for the tournament, I played a bunch of decks, a bunch of blue-red based decks, Grixis Leer, all kinds of various decks, to figure it out. And what I found out is that if I beat Esper, which I can, by playing some over-the-top deck, or Hinata or what have you, I'm losing against Dragonstorm. That's usually the recipe I found. And that was just so frustrating. So in the end, I just ended up playing Esper because it was like good against everybody. Besides perhaps in game 1 you lose against these crazy hate decks like Hinata. But those decks then lose hopefully against other decks. At least that was my understanding of the format. But I perhaps was wrong. I have 2 Infernal Grasp in my deck. I have this Meathook as well. I'm just gonna put everything on here. Let's see how they block. That's a lot of lands. So they're surely gonna block Raffine, right? Guess I'll have to discard the Lolth. Or should I discard the Meathook? Then have the Lolth for later. Perhaps I should have just kept the Meathook and hope that exactly this happens, and then I can Meathook, kill the entire board. Now they're sitting on this 4/4, which I don't have an answer to. Yet. Well, they have Angel Fire Ignition in their hand. It's not good. In the graveyard. It's not a good position for me. Alright. Like, look at this deck. I mean, you can't tell me that this deck is good against Dragonstorm. Like, seriously. I'd be very surprised. This deck with Angel Fire Ignition plus Hinata, hey, you built yourself an unkillable Velomachos Vigilance creature, which Esper can't deal with. Congratulations. You done it. But are you going to beat anyone else? Probably not. I wanted him to use those up. And get my creature out. Yeah, if you bounce, if you return a flashback spell to the opponent's hand, it doesn't actually go to their hand. In case you didn't know that. All right. Okay. All right. Sounds good to me.
You require my aid. Do what I demand.
I mean, am I actually winning this game? The absolute hate Hinata deck. Shelter. Okay. Down to 2 cards. Black. Lolth down. Okay.
A setback. Nothing more.
2, 4, 6, 10, 13, 14. 14 damage. Close, not lethal. Let's just see what happens here. Okay. I'm at 19. Yeah, I'm just getting in there. Down to 5. No reason to stay back with the spiders here. I'm just racing mode. I have way too much. Yeah, okay. Wow. Cool. Meathook Massacre, not so good. Interceptor, a little slow on the draw. Lolth definitely slow. Kaito also not the fastest. Vanishing Verse is awkward. Infernal Grasp, yes please. Stroke, yes. Pierce, yes. Ray of Enfeeblement is interesting. Maybe like a one-off for the Hinata? Vanishing Verse, good against the dragon, yeah, but otherwise... Maybe just one copy. And then negate. Wedding announcement, Kaito. Obscura Interceptor. I think they're good. Tenacious Underdog. They didn't show me Spikefield Hazard, right? That makes the Lumi better. Warring Emperor. Not very good against that. Angel Fire Ignition card. Just trim one of those. On the draw, I kind of like the Ray. Imagine they play a Hinata and then... Yeah, you just catch up in tempo so much if you Ray the Hinata. It's awkward that Ray only deals with Hinata and not with something like Fable of the Mirror Breaker. But hey, what can you do? No 2-drop. Not optimal, but hey, we have free lands, all our colors, and 2 good free drops. So this is a keep. And that's certainly the range of hands you keep Vesper, of course. I mean, against these blue-red decks, you optimally would like to start with a 2-drop, but you can't mulligan to a 2-drop when you have a reasonable hand. Suspect to have a Magma Opus here. Oh my god, like... What is going on here? This is torturing me. I don't have the patience today. Wow, you took 2 minutes to think about that Magma Opus discard. Okay. Imagine they had a Hinata there. Oh my god. Would have blown him out so bad with that Ray of Enfeeblement. Can I get some elevator music? Oh my god, I'm gonna be the most happy opponent in the entire world. I'm gonna thank my opponent with thank you emotes until the rest of the day, the next opponent, when they just make moves on time. Okay, now you can play a little faster, huh? All of a sudden you can play fast. I kill it now because of Magma Opus. My opponent's on a play, draws perfectly, I miss my 2-drop. Yeah, not easy to win. Yeah. Thank you very much. That was not so fun. Okay. More counter magic. It's maybe too much. Maybe I'm beating a dead horse here, but I don't know. Like this type of deck my opponent has. Yeah, if it draws well, and really has it all, then it's pretty good. But if it doesn't, if there's like a duress or a spell pierce, or it just doesn't draw everything on time, stumbles a little bit. Usually Esper can just Esper is consistent. Esper has great cards across the curve and can steal those type of games. All I'm saying is basically Esper is more consistent than these type of decks. They have to sort of draw things, align, have to have their threats. With this deck you can miss a beat, with these decks less so. On the other hand, they have the power of proactivity. If the Esper player does not have the right answer at the right time, they get away with it. But if the Esper player has the stroke or the interceptor, then it's lights out for those decks sometimes. Played a lot of games on Arena. This is probably the most tilting slow play I've ever played against. Entirely on this platform. Like, it's one thing to take time at complicated board situations, right? That's absolutely justifiable. That's what I do, or I talk through my plays before doing them to explain them to you. But this opponent is taking time in situations where there's no thoughts to be had. On turn 1, they spend 30 seconds not doing anything. It's just, they clearly seem to be doing something else in the meantime. I don't know what's going on, but they're not fully committed to the game, and it's just annoying. And they're wasting my time. I suspect they have a negate here or something. They should have anticipated that I have Wandering Emperor. Maybe they had another Javari Ruins in their hand. But that's why they went for Expressive Duration and to keep up a counter magic. I think that was their plan there. But I didn't have the Wandering Emperor. And if I would have had it, I don't think I would have played it. Because I would have read into this. Like, they're using their entire turn 4 to just Expressive. Seems weird. Especially when they have those treasures. If I had another mana, I would let this resolve and just Wandering Emperor, but just negate, counter that. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I have 8 power on the board. Oh, we did it! We did it! We survived! Oh my god! What? Oh my god, I survived. I'm still alive. Oh. We beat it too. That was the most egregious slow play I think I've ever played against in 10,000s matches on this platform. Wow. Sorry you had to go through with me. At least you could fast forward. Oh, shoosh. Damn. I'd like to play first, yeah. Kept a little fast there. I just saw 2-drop Raffine freelance. Not optimal, of course, because we do not have an untapped turn 2 land. Yeah, but it's a keep. I mean, this hand is a keep. If we draw an untapped land here, it'd be really good, but hey. You can't really get a hand like this. Kami, alright. Fiend. Let's see how much my runes matchup is hurt by me removing the Archons from the main. So you can get Aspirant plus Vanishing Verse, keep the Wandering Emperor. I want to up the pressure. I think I should just do this, yeah. Even though it's a nice turn to Wandering Emperor. I think the Wedding Announcement is a little worse. The Interceptor, maybe? I'm gonna Vanishing Verse here. And there's technically no rush to doing anything, I guess. Yeah, And then I'm likely keeping up these two next turn. Main deck. Not a fan. But okay. That's a very risky line of play. But if I rune there, I would enchant one of my lands. If I were my opponent. And why do I not like Portable? It's not an enchantment, first and foremost. It doesn't kill Raffine. It's like one of the ways to lose as runes against Esper is Raffine, pretty much. Your Esper opponent has a Raffine going and deals with your stuff, and you can't get lifelink going because they, I don't know, have Vanishing Verses. Then Esper can beat them by just killing them in the air with Raffine. Portable doesn't deal with that, and it's not an enchantment that triggers all your other things, so it becomes cheaper. What is it for? What does it exile? I don't know. I can see Circle in the main deck, but not that card, not Portable Hole. Okay, Intercept on the draw, Lolth no, Kaito is a little slow, Wedding Announcement is also slow. Let's see. I like Meathook, I like Spell Pierce. And the Underdog is not very good. On the draw at least. Yeah, it gets outclassed easily. Kaito is not terrible, but not great. I think I need more power though, like I need more in that department here. I think I just keep the Kaitos. One approach I've never really tried. This is a new take on the archetype. Like this is a new list that I have here. But one approach I never tried was like playing a Bankbuster in this matchup. It's interesting because you just keep up your counter matching and removal, and you play control in a way, and you kill them at some point for a Fiend. Or make an Archon or something. And then your counter spells become better because you can easily keep up mana. I wonder, I could try that. Let's try it for science. My deck's a little light on late game now. Basically relying on Raffine for heavy lifting here in this matchup. Double mulligan, that's good news. Interesting. I think I'll go with this one. Could go Swamp and then Blue. Maybe I should have done that. Huh? Yeah, maybe I should have thought about this more. Could have just gone Swamp and then Blue Land. Then I have Pierce and Grasp up. And Ray. Might have been smarter, yeah. Might have been smarter. Keeping up the PS4. Fable. So if I use Grasp here, I'm gonna use Ray on the Jukai. Here we go, okay. Now I'm thinking. Now I'm the slow player, huh? Okay. Let's kill this now. I don't have any pressure. No Raffine, no Luminarch, no nothing. much removal. By the way, you might wonder why I'm only playing 2 Rays. I think card is fine in the Esper matchups, but most people bought out Luminarch Aspirant in the mirror match anyways, and then it's just Raffine that you can kill. And for example, if they have any way to pump Raffine through a wedding announcement, for example, that could happen in a longer game in an Esper mirror, then Ray doesn't even kill it. And Infernal Grasp just always kills it, so... Our Esper list just decided to have more Infernal Grasp, only the 2 Rays. The card is still good, of course. It's also good against runes, but it's just not as amazing of a sideboard card, I think. And that's also what we are doing with our Esper list, or I'm doing with my Esper list, is that I'm making Ray as bad as possible. I'm in the Esper mirror, I'm boarding out my Luminarchs, I'm boarding out Raffine on the draw, 1 copy. And I'm not deploying my Raffine into a Ray. I'm waiting until I have wedding announcement to pump it, or I'm waiting until a very late spot. I'm trying to make the Rays that my opponent has as dead as possible. Yeah. Alright, there's my pressure. Love to see that. And now, the nice thing about Vanishing Verse as well, they have Circle, they have Portable Hole, we can just get our threat back. What's up with the opponents today? Just disconnecting on me. Not very nice. Okay. Terrible loser, just disconnecting instead of conceding the game. I don't know what anyone would do that, but some people just... yeah. It is how it is. Okay, the God start on the play. I have my doubts that we will beat this, what my opponent has over there. We can try. This cut spell pierce probably better, I guess. Okay, I mean, I have this Meathook. I'm just trading the kitties. Yeah. Magda. 2 cards left in the opponent. And first things first, I'll attack. At 16. Eiganjo. So the Magda can make one more treasure. I kill the gold spend with my Wandering Emperor here, and then perhaps copy and then make another treasure. So I kind of have to kill the Magda here, I think. Then Wandering Emperor kills the dragon next turn. But I also don't want to use my Meathook early. I kind of want to wait with it. Get the most out of it. But they have Ziatora in their deck, and I don't have an answer to that, so the Magda is a real issue. Yeah. I wonder if I was not supposed to attack with my Luminarch Aspirant. I was just supposed to do nothing. Just stay back. And then I would have a Luminarch in play right now and could Meathook away all the kitties and still have a Luminarch and would be ahead, right? Like in hindsight, I kind of messed up here. I'd much rather have them have the kitties and me have that Luminarch. Two cards left, no land drop to give. They didn't really use their mana very well either. They had six mana. They didn't use it on any creature or nothing like that. What am I supposed to do here? Wandering Emperor could kill the dragon right now or in their turn. I could also play Raffine and then Vanishing Verse the dragon. I could play Raffine and Luminarch Aspirant. It's not so good against removal spells, and I suspect my opponent has removal spells because they don't have threats in their hand. think I'll just pass. Or should I play Raffine plus Vanishing Verse? I don't know, I just like passing. What are they supposed to do here? Not attack. They're not attacking with the Hive this time around. Again, they only have 6 mana here. So it's the same as last turn. So, alright. I mean, if I play as Raffine, I think it's just gonna die to like a Riveteer's Charm. But I guess I'm happy about that. I could also just Vetting Announcement, make a Samurai. I think in any case I will make a Samurai here. It's difficult. Like, okay, if I play Raffine, they have Riveteer's Charm, kill my Raffine. Then I can attack down my Emperor after I plussed it on the Raffine. But they have to commit some damage to it. And I do have this Vanishing Verse as well. I could also convince myself to play Luminarch here. But then if they get a good hit in with the Chariot, it'd be annoying. I think I'll just play it like this. Like, yeah, I'm kind of happy if the Riveteers charm me here. No? What's going on in their hand? I'm confused. Maybe they have Voltage Surge. But then they would have used it just now. That doesn't make any sense. What could they have? That's a good card. It's another reason to play Infernal Grasp in the main deck. Oh. So I guess now they shoot my Emperor with the Jespera Sentinel. To prevent the Ziatara from dying.
I would run if I were you.
Huh.
We've got the edge in this.
I wish I'd find another Emperor here. "13 life. Let's draw some cards.
Get in, get out.
That's good.
Thanks. I'll be taking that now.
Huh. Nice. Oh, they kill my Lumi and get 6 more treasures and can Magda out another dragon. Okay. I do have the most dominant creature on the board though. And I have a Kaito. Oh, they shoot me instead of... Wait a minute, what? They didn't kill my Luminarch? That's crazy. Okay. Interesting. I wonder if I should put all my eggs in one basket. I mean, they played one Hagra Mauling. They might have some Riveteer's Charm. I don't think they have it right now. Like, if I make this Luminarch a 3/3 or grow it here in this attack, then I would spread my forces, but Raffine is pretty damn nasty. And Luminarch, they can chump block. So you can just put everything on the Raffine. If I do this, they might just get a dragon and block my Luminarch anyways. So I guess I can't do this. I think I can discard one of these. Come on, Wandering Emperor.
There's no secret I can't uncover.
Suspect they're gonna get gold spell, I guess. I could have just stayed back with the Raffine as well. Then they can't even attack me. I mean, now I put them under the clock as well. And now they will likely attack my face. Yeah. And then I will kill the Ziatora. Go to 12. Go up to 13. Take 4, go to 9. Magda dies. And now I have lethal in the air. Oh, okay. Wow. Damn. Where's that coming from? The game continues. I'm at 10. Oh, that was a good draw. Whew, okay, okay. Important Infernal Grasp. Stanford Stroke's certainly coming in. Meathook as well. Obscura Interceptor. Might be tough on the draw if they like have a really fast start. But usually Interceptor is good against stuff my opponent is doing. Not the biggest fan of Underdog here. We just have to play control in this matchup. Lolth. I think Lolth is good, yeah. Spell Pierce, it's good against Chariot, but they do make a lot of mana. It's also good against Fable. I think I'd rather have Negate though, because they have so many treasures. This configuration looks pretty good to me. Could see trimming like a wedding for a Negate. Raffine did some heavy lifting that game. Kaito's easily attacked. Perhaps I'll just go with Bankbuster, waiting on the draw, and on the play I'll bring in the Kaito again. Like Goldspan Dragon is pretty good against the Kaito on 4 loyalty. Or just on low loyalty. Yeah, I'm keeping this hand. This hand is excellent. Like I have my 2 best cards here. I don't have removal. Like if they have a good start again, it's not gonna be nice for me, but yeah. Supposed to block here. So if they play a Chariot, that wouldn't be good. I think I'm not supposed to block. I'm gonna play Raffine, put a counter on the Aspirant, and stay back with both. That's my plan for next turn. Meathook Massacre is the card I want to draw the most in this matchup, and I guess Infernal Grasp. They discarded Chariot. Wow. So they were thinking about Chariot or Fable last turn, and they decided to go for the Fable. What does that tell me? It tells me that they really like those treasures, I guess. Bankbuster not looking so good, honestly. Perhaps it's just too slow on the draw here. The one-off, one-off. I'll block first. Just gosh, imagine having Meathook here. This game's over. I think I'm supposed to first kill this there. Unfortunately, I really don't want to use up my Infernal Grasp, but I'm scared if I don't. Yeah, I mean, the Kiki is gonna do annoying things. I'll just get onto the board here. I could just pass with Interceptor, but next turn passing with Interceptor is a lot better. Oops, no, definitely not attack. Sure. So if they activate then attack all, I'll just put a color here, I guess. I don't really see a reason to attack at all, I think. Like, yeah, I could chime in for like 2 damage, but no. No reason to. Whoa, they're just playing this? What? Oh, they must have misclicked. Okay. Alright, we're winning, we're winning. I'm gonna play one more game. Because like the first 2 were a little annoying. Naya Runes and that Jessica Hinata player. Let's play one more to finish it out. 3-0. Good, good. As I said, you can... The Obscura Interceptor so far hasn't really done anything. Not even sure if it would have been that good in this matchup. It's just 4 mana is a lot, I guess, to keep up. And then they have extra treasures, etc. running around anyways. I might be overrating the card. Maybe it's just not that good. Looks like they don't have the... Why didn't they block? I don't know. Maybe they have Kaito. Maybe they have Kaito. No lands, no good. Yeah, it's tough that it's either black or white, but I think this is a white for me here. The discarding adversary. They're starting to discard good cards, I kinda like that. Both. I should play this first. That was a mistake, because now if they have a counter spell, then this block was bad.
I hope you're ready to lose.
So I'd play this first and then go for blocks. Looks like they have Voltage Surge, sure. Yeah. Not a Voltage Surge. Ray, cool. I really mind those trades.
Try not to miss me.
What am I doing? I think I'll play Emperor. Could play Lolth, wouldn't be bad. Make 2 3/2s. And they kill one of them, attack me, attack the Lolth down. Wouldn't be so nice. Problem about these non-white mid-range decks, they don't have planeswalkers. They're pretty bad against Meathook. Always will be an issue for them. How do I play this? Just make Samurai eat the 2/2.
I'm not overconfident. You're just underwhelming.
I could also just trade for the Appraiser.
Let your blade do the talking.
No.
Powerful will. I know something you don't know. What's best play here? I think it might just be
Do not worry about the board right now. Just get my Lolth down. Yeah, they can copy the Appraiser and get some value. But I really want to have this Meathook for the turn where they get the second Kiki. And then I still have the Grasp for an Evelyn. Voltage Surge my Lolth.
I will not cry like a meek little thing.
Thanks. I'll be taking that now.
Okay, so I have everybody at Kaito next turn. Give first strike to Samurai, I guess. And yeah, Kaito goes down as far as I can tell.
Strike fast.
There are 4 blockers. I have 6 attackers in a sense. They can either block, but then... Well, no, Kaito doesn't go down, I guess. They have enough blockers. That's a little annoying, but they would need to lose Kiki, I suppose. And maybe they don't want to lose the Kiki. They can just block, double block, and then one spider goes through. Alright, sweet.
Ugh, I feel bad for your mentor.
Perfect.
if that
Perfect
was
outcome.
attack. The fun just started.
I was very patient with this Meathook, and I feel like I got rewarded here. And now they have nothing. I have Planeswalker, Wedding, and a 4/4. And a hand with cards. Even though they had so much stuff going on technically. They played more spells than I did. But overall, because I just maneuvered this mid-range game in a way that I could eke out the most advantage, doesn't bother me that much. And I think this matchup is ultimately not that bad, if you know what you're doing. And I know that CFB played Grixis because they have a good Esper matchup. But they might have a good Esper matchup against medium Esper players and medium Esper lists. But if you know what you're doing, it changes the math.
See you later.
Eight life over there, huh? Kinda running low, opponent. Okay, so last one card in hand could be a Meathook, theoretically. But that'd be okay if I lose my Raffine and my Samurai here, I think. They do have Hive, I know. We'll see. If they activate Hive again, I'm just gonna Infernal Grasp it, I think. Like, activating Hive there is just not a winning line. Maybe I was supposed to Wandering Emperor there. That's the best draw in the deck. Okay. Making it interesting. If they found like an Evelyn. I'm at 19 though, and they're at 4. So I think I should get him somehow, some way. I mean, this is just lethal, right? They're free. I have 4/4 here. Yeah, nice. Okay. Definitely don't want the Interceptor. It's not a tempo matchup. Definitely do want the Bankbuster. Want the Lolth, want the Meathook, want the Grasp. Verse, probably can reshave a little bit. Luminarch, certainly. Underdog is alright. Maybe not 4 copies necessarily. I mean, Underdog is just... It's not good against the Corpse Appraiser, of course, but it does some things. I think I want the Spell Pierce and Negate, probably. And maybe then more Vanishing Verse. This looks sort of okay to me. Stain for Stroke is good against Evelyn, but we do have free Infernal Grasp. Luminarch certainly coming out. The only question mark, I guess, is the Underdog here. For me, I could see not playing it. I could see playing it, not playing it. I think it's fine like this. I mean, it's a very good card in the late stage of a game, but it is able. They can excel with Corpse Appraiser, but if they only have 1 Corpse Appraiser and you have 2 Tenacious Underdog, then at least you keep 1 copy. What's worse is the question. I mean, the Spell Pierce maybe. The Grixis deck doesn't play any 4-drops or 5-drops that you can Spell Pierce easily, but they do use up all their mana often. And it's very good against Fable early. I think I'll try it like this. We'll see. Opponent's also still sideboarding. I think that's a mulligan. Just too risky. I don't even have all my colors, essentially. I mean, I do have Spell Pierce into Infinity. Like, it's pretty good if I draw 1 more land. It's pretty good. Like, the start is quite nice. Okay, I'm gonna keep. It's a little risky, but I'm gonna keep. Perfect. Perfect. Nice. And this is essentially how you steal games on the draw. You have Negate, Spell Pierce on turn 2 for their free drop. This is sort of why Blue-Red is so good, because they have Javai Disruption for this play pattern. They can go, any Blue-Red deck, they can go Javai Disruption, the Fable of the opponent, and then play their own Fable, right? And now my opponent's just sitting on maybe Ray of Enfeeblements, Voltage Surge, I don't know what's going on over there, but they have like these removal things, maybe they have Corpse Appraiser, it doesn't do anything right now because there are no creatures. And I'm just betting Announcement Wandering Emperor, and that's just so difficult to easily trade 1 for 1 with, you know, you need like a burn down the house. which this Grixis deck doesn't play. Yeah, sure. We can play this game. You 1-for-1 me, easy game.
Let your blade do the talking.
See. Draw some more cards. Let's go. I have a feeling they have a second one. They just want me to kill this, I think. I have Meathook on my mind here. Like I could make more samurais, but I'll just pump up my guys, keep my loyalty high here.
We've got the edge in this fight.
Sure. Where are my lands? Not that I need them, but we have the trigger on the stack in case they hit like Spell Pierce from my deck or whatever. They have a Meathook in exile, alright. 9-12 power here. Do smell lethal.
Strike fast and
9-13. And I will discard this and this and that. Oh, a terrible matchup. Grixis Vampire is so powerful against Esper, huh? I don't think so. Esper is the king of midrange. What Esper is scared of, or what I'm sort of scared of, is like Jessica Hinata, these Teemo control lists, maybe Is It Mill, that type of stuff. And that I'm trying to still figure out, Dragonstorm, how to make those matchup better. But I'm not scared by the Esper, by the mid-range fights, the mirrors. The Juns, the Jun Treasures, what have you, the Grixis decks, or the mirror match. Maybe the Obscura Interceptor is not the solution. Maybe I want another spell piece in the main deck, cut both of those, and play Lolth in the main deck, make the mid-range fights even better, and then use those 2 slots in my 75 to improve the matchup against these blue-red decks somehow, some way. Third Disdain for Stroke comes to mind. Maybe another Kaito. Maybe that's the plan. Draw cards while pinging them a little bit of damage. Go Blank. Go Blank is a card I wanted to try again. It's so la, but it's quite good against Lear Disciple of the Drowned. At least against the Dragon's deck, it's not that bad. Alright. Well, that has been a long video. That is my deck tech on Esper in this format. We went 4-0. Hope you could learn how I sideboard with this deck, why I think it is so good, even though it's like the most played deck and everybody has it on their radar. No, I think it's just very good, and especially if you have a good plan. And yeah, I do like it, but I also do like the various blue-red decks in the format. It's hard to tell. Teemo Control is a sweet one. All right, guys, let me know in the comments what you think about this deck. If you haven't yet, give me a like to the video and a subscribe. That'd be nice. Highly appreciate that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for spending your time with me, and see you next time. Bye bye.